Hello everyone, my name is Harry and welcome back to Stories Untold. So we've done episode 1, 2 and 3. Put the playlist up there if you haven't watched any of the others and you want to catch up and watch them all. First one was House Abandoned, where we went into an abandoned holiday home. That was pretty cool. The Lab Conduct was episode 2, where we were a result of an experiment where a volunteer, Mr. Achen. The last episode, which was the episode 3, the station process, we were in an like a base in the Arctic, I think, and we had to tune in frequencies. We went to go and restore power to a transmitter. The word Mr. Achen was mentioned, who is the guy from episode 2. Now, we went back into our cabin in the door, and there was all the setup had changed. There was a monitor and a keyboard. So I think that's going to link in now to episode 4. So without further ado, let's get into it. The last session, a patient undergoes hypnotic regression therapy to uncover the truth behind his incarceration in the facility. Incarceration, interesting.
I think that's enough of that for now.
That's different. Normally they play that just before the episode. That's interesting.
You're the show, aren't you?
Interesting.
Okay, come on. Let's get you down to the observation room.
Wait, so we were a patient the whole time? It's mental. I mean, we're watching a show.
This place must be starting to feel like home to you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Try and get you out of here eventually.
I feel like it's going to be a mental kind of conclusion to this.
Just in here. Okay, are we through in the next room? Just relax and we'll get started in a moment.
Okay. Get started on what? Is this like a psych evaluation?
Right, Mr. Asian, now are you ready?
Mr. Achen.
Just hit record on the tape deck in front of you when you're ready.
This records this red one here, innit?
This is subject 12-19-86-23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander, leading, and in a room we have our patient, Mr. James Asian. As we know, James has recently recovered from a 2-week coma following his accident. In our last 3 sessions...
What accident?
James's attempts to recollect events of the accident seen him merging his memory with his imagination. These episodes have always ended in panic, and we've had to terminate the session abruptly. Let's try and do this one better, James. So when you're ready, let's bring this back. I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this. James, it's time to remember.
You're locking me in.
Your mind. It's like a conscious black box.
It's this thing again from the experiment.
Your memories. Look into it.
Yes, it's the...
In your most recent episode, you recalled a false memory of a remote weather station. You were isolated from the rest of the world, locked inside your coma.
Yeah.
We interacted with you daily, encouraging you to wake. Your family would do number puzzles with you. Anything really to bring you back. People needed answers, James. Do you remember?
I have another signal here for you, James. It's at 5610 FM. You can't miss it.
Back to doing this again, are we? Okay, fine. Turn it on. We've got FM 5610.
Type in the numbers, James. You gotta see this. This is 20F.
12, 19, 86, 23, 04. Type in the numbers, James. We gotta see this.
Code word reference is report.
20F.
Report, okay. James Asian. This is our accident report. Arrived on scene to discover two cars that had been involved in a near head-on collision. Mr. Asian found lying down outside in vehicle with head injuries. An ambulance was immediately called. His passenger was trapped in their vehicle in critical condition from wounds sustained in the collision. The driver of the blue sedan, Mr. Hennings, was found dead on arrival. It was noticed that there was a strong smell of whiskey from the driver and an empty whiskey bottle on the passenger seat. Mr. Asian was questioned on scene. He described an oncoming blue sedan being clearly out of control, which he swerved to avoid. Mr. Asian passenger was his sister. His sister! Which is why the sister's room was boarded up in the first episode. The driver of the blue sedan is an ex-police officer of 30 years. That's crazy. So the abandoned house, and I guess his parent, the sister must have died. Yes, the sister that died. That's why the parents didn't forgive him because he was driving essentially. Right. What's line 1? What do I need to put on line 1? Is it 20F?
20F. 12, 19, 86, 23.
Okay. So what's now line 2?
Type in the numbers, James.
Right, can I turn this off now?
This is
Okay, right. So what's line 2 then? Oh, hang on. There's these phrases here. So we've got empty whiskey and out of control. So are they lines 2 and 3? So let's go to line 2. Empty whiskey. Line 3 is out of control. Let's try that. Yes.
Find the signal, James. Listen to the voices. You have to face it, James. Finally.
7,000 FM.
It's not like him. At all. I've worked with Officer Hennings for 6 years and not once have we even talked about alcohol. Drunk driving. He was a father, a husband. He was fine.
Door slammed shut, plunging you into darkness.
It's him. This Haitian guy. He's got something to hide.
Have I? This doesn't make sense to you. So this Asian guy, they think I'm making it up. Or I've made the officer look bad or something. Because they're saying, ooh, you step out into the hospital ward, only it seems abandoned. Your vision is blurry. Wait. This is still recording. All of your episodes were recorded to tape. This is the 4th. Someone else is here. It's cool, man. Hello? Anyone there? Could hear something over there. It's ominous. Okay, so there's nothing up there in that room. But in here, looks like a record. Ah, there's a key there. You grab the keys from the table. They weigh heavy in your hand. So these are all locked. Okay, fine. So now we press on down a little bit further. What we got? A stairwell exit, observation room, reception, surgery, home care, and a coma ward. Interesting. Hand sanitizer. Got a, you know. Oh, look. You spent most waking moments in here. Yes, because this is my seat. This here. The only video they have. Some horror compilation. Trash. I don't think it was trash. I thought it was quite good. I liked how they stopped the intro. That was pretty cool. It took me by surprise. You only caught a glimpse of the room. You guess that's why there's no detail here. We got. This is. The waiting area is dark, but you feel a presence right behind you. I feel a presence right behind me, do I? Someone breathed on your neck. Oh no, that's disgusting. What about down here? You feel dread in the pit of your stomach.
Okay, we have a 22-year-old male just brought in from a vehicle collision. He was awake and mobile at the scene, but collapsed on arrival to the emergency ward. The other passengers died in the accident. I'm getting no pulse. Prepare for defib. Amp charge full to 10 and give me 100 joules.
This is the machinery from the first episode.
100 joules. Charging up full to 10.
100 joules. Charging up.
Come on.
100. Go! Zap me! Wait, how do I, there.
Can we get this on the screen, please?
Yep, certainly, mate. Awaiting X-ray data. Zap me, fam! What do I do? Get the drill on.
See what I'm doing. Get this on the screen now.
Alright, try it, mate. Flipping. Turn that off. Is that it?
I can't see what I'm doing. Get this on the screen now.
Just fucking take this. Shut up, mate. Just let me do my thing, yeah? Right, signal. Here, 100. Right.
I can't see what I'm doing. Get this on the screen.
Oh, here we are. Neck.
Clear. No reaction from first stage. Let's try higher. 200 joules. Keep the amp charged at 10.
200.
200 joules.
I'm gonna hit the roof.
Keep the charge at 10. Let's go. Clear. Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again. 360, charge full.
360.
Come on, 360, hurry.
All right, mate. Flippin' heck.
Clear. Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse. Rhythm is stable. We need to run an X-ray right away.
X-ray. Turn this off.
Where are we with that X-ray?
Oh, I've just turned it on, mate. Just give us a second. There we are. Okay. Hey, I'll take the X-ray.
Looks like an intracerebral hemorrhage. We need to drain this now to relieve pressure. Prepare for trepanation.
Drill.
Switch on a drill, please.
What else do you need?
The drill, please.
I turned it on.
Mr. Asian, you've made excellent progress. You're doing great.
Great.
We need you to stay calm and try to relax while we go through these next steps. We're going to attempt to alleviate some of this discomfort.
I'm drilling into my head. Nice. So you made a giant hole in my head. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mum, Dad and your sister Jennifer has decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room and as usual, you don't recognise a soul. Look around. The room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mum and Dad. There's a door to the hall. Go. Hallway. You push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have put a great big banner up across the main wall. Half-finished drinks are abandoned on almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Go. Stairs. As much as you'd love to, you promised you'd stay downstairs with the party, but I don't want to. Look around. Same as ever, stairs, door to the living room, and door to the kitchen. Door to the kitchen. Go to the kitchen. They say all the best parties are in the kitchen. Do they? The kitchen is full of people and loud. There is drinks and food on the table, and the party is in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. What a waste. Use roast. You are not able to do that. Okay. Talk. Talk to the hog roast. Talk around. I'm sorry, I don't understand. No, that's a bit of a stupid sentence, really. Eat roast. Maybe later. Okay. Drink beer. You pour yourself a drink. Nice to loosen up. Look around. There is a utility room and writing on the wall. Also, Jen is here signaling you. Go to Jen. You push through, apologising over and over to get to Jennifer. You hug. You're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks if you are enjoying the party. Wait. This is what happened on the night of the crash. Right, okay, I'm getting it now. She asks if you are enjoying the party. Yeah, sure, I'm enjoying the party. It's great. Even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy it anyway and to loosen up. She asks you to get her a drink. Pour drink. You pour Jen a drink, one for yourself too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have everything sorted for the big trip. Yes. That you have packed everything with plenty of room to spare. Another hug. Very huggy. Your family have recently gone out their way to make this... really gone out their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective and not F it up so much. She's going to miss you. You're going to miss her. She walks away. Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding and smiling at the approving faces. There is so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first... a drink. Drink beer. You pour one down, another drink. Anything to move the night along. Look around. Room is full. Utility room. I need to go to the utility room and read the writing on the wall. Go. Utility room. You open the door and peer in. You're never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps his fine wines and whiskies. Ceiling to floor racks. A collector, although he does actually drink them too. There is a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. Look. Card. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we're so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You've earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt whiskey, which was found on the seat next to us in the accident. With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room around you. There must be hundreds, no thousands of pounds worth of drink here. You must really thank your dad for the whiskey. You head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That is one strong whiskey. You take another swig and give the thumbs to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Talk to Dad. He tells you he's proud of you and to go easy tonight. Early flight tomorrow. Eat the hog roast. Sober up a bit. Maybe later. Okay, right. Hang on. Let's go to the hallway. You go back out to the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through and you make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. Go to Jen. She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Oh gosh. Talk to Jen. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. Help Jen. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Help her. Just help Jen. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Jen? Jen?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I am so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
She's dead.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
Oh, no. Jen. You are standing in the hallway. Something had stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echo. Talk to Jen. Yeah, we can talk in the car. Go get your keys. No, talk. Right, go into the living room and talk to Dad. Get him to give her a lift home. You're sure your keys are in the living room? The living room has a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat on the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. You must pour your drink at the drinks cabinet. Talk to Mum. Tears immediately start to appear in her eyes. My son off to America. She gives you a hug. Look around. Where's Dad? A coffee table, a drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Oh gosh, where's Dad? Use the jackets. You search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha, car keys in the oh shoot. You grab both. Look, I want to look for Dad. Where's Dad? Oh man. I guess we just go to the hallway then. Keys in hand, you head back into the hall. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning and no one else is in any fit state to drive. I'm not in any fit state to drive. You can handle it though. You know the road like the back of your hand, don't you? Oh, okay. Look out into the freezing night. Hang on. Cold air hits you. You're glad you have your jacket with you. There's dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house and the car sits at the front of the house. Go to the car. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you maybe to use the keys in your hand. That should be a sign. Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open and climb inside. The car is freezing. As you fumble around with your seatbelt, your sister opens up the car glove box and hands you a note and key that was inside. She tells you that it's for when you return. Turn. Keys. Try to turn the ignition with sheer willpower despite holding keys in your hand. Read. Note. The note is from your dad and reads, Hi son, hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back and power to get power and lights on. I also found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy. It's the loop. The car is freezing. Both you and Jen have your seatbelts on and are ready to go. It's time to go. Oh, fine. Drive. It takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slot the key into the ignition. Turn. Keys. You turn the key in the ignition and the car roars to life. Use brake. Very hesitantly release the handbrake. I'm trying to drive away. Drive car. Pull out the drive away like a first-time driver. I'm driving, very drunk, on the road towards a town where your sister stays. Jen started dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. You come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. Go left. Better ask Jen. Talk to Jen. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left. Of course it's left. I said it was left. Go left. You turn the car left at the junction and accelerate off. Confident that you're on the right road now, you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. Why? You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up in her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. Use the brake. That's not what really happened though, is it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
She's hitting your arm and yelling at you, crazy sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming directly at you but really slow, like slow motion. Use brake. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge with your car. The outside joins the inside. The whole world around you begins to scream.
Pull over.
All right.
It was at this very moment
that he knew.
James, the moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse. Go on. Show us what you did.
Wake up in the car. Your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity, trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole in the chassis. Poisonous fumes spill into your car from the engines. You are in grave danger. You have to get out of here. Well, I want to help Jen. You can't do anything for her right now. You need to help yourself. Use seatbelt. You release yourself from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump onto the roof of the car. Look around. The car is broken beyond repair. The windows are smashed and there's wreckage all around. You are both wearing your seatbelts. Use the car door. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. A blue car has smashed into the passenger side of your car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You are standing holding your whiskey and your dad's note, and flashing lights are approaching at a distance. Take a drink. Hide whiskey. Well, that's not smart thinking, James, is it? They'll eventually find it there and we'll link it to you. Oh, plant the whiskey in the other car. Go. Other car. The door is jammed. You don't have time for messing around like this, James. Look. Other car. The hazard lights are blinking and fumes are rising from the engine. Through the smashed windows you can see the motionless driver. He dead. Talk, driver. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Fine. Well, the only thing we're going to be able to do is basically Destiny's repeating itself. So, plant. Take responsibility. Plant your car. Plant whiskey. The lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the shrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connection with the whiskey. You then, very deliberately, spill the remainder of the bottle's contents onto the driver. You toss the incriminating evidence onto his passenger seat. A circle of flashing lights surround you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Go to the figure. Is it death? As you approach the man, the pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer while the pain in your head increases. You fall to the ground at his feet.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember. It was all your fault.
Yeah, I know.
You did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man.
I know, it's terrible.
You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, down here.
Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James.
Utterly consumed by it.
Say it. Tell them.
It was me. It was me, I did it.
Listen
Stories
to
Untold.
yourself.
It has to end, James.
What do you mean, bro? I gotta follow this floaty thing.
Do you not understand?
Dr. Alexander is always watching remotely. I don't know if anyone else is ever with him.
This
Dr. Alexander, yeah, okay,
come to
okay.
an end. Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Asian. I guess we should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect they'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
Interesting. Wow, how interesting. I really enjoyed that series, games, that little horror stories. That was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. Really, really cool concept. And it was delivered really well. It never at any point did it feel like it was confusing. Mr. Asian was responsible for the crash. which killed his sister. He'd been drinking at a party, shouldn't have driven her home, did anyway because he knew the road like the back of his hand. Crashed and framed the other driver by putting the empty whiskey bottle on his passenger seat. It was found out, obviously, and they said the police will probably keep you here, further observation. So now it's known now that he's confessed, and they know that he was the driver of the car. Great. So yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy that series. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment down below about what you thought about the series and this little mini game series of horror stories. But for now, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.